Thank you. Thank you so much, Sriramji. Uh, First of all, before I speak about the topic of today, suddenly I got transported back to the Temple of Ancient Wisdom. Before this, the first time I had the opportunity to meet Ma Manizi, sorry, Ma Manizi was at a satsang like this, and it was in that second floor house in the city.
Marchinmay, it's echoing a little.
Okay.
Can you adjust your mic?
Okay.
Yeah, now it's better.
Yeah.
Let her come closer to the.
Get the mic a
Voice.
little closer.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah. Sister Manizi was a person whom I had the opportunity to meet. I was very lucky to meet her. And the first time I met her was something, a beautiful divine experience which I had, which I want to share at this point in time. The moment I went and sat in front of her, she asked me to sing a song. And I sang this song which I would like to sing 2 lines about before I go further. And the experience after that was extremely wonderful. I was very lucky to see her. And after this, I had before I go into that, let me sing that song for all of us today so that I can go
Please
back.
get the mic closer. People are saying it's not very
How about
clear.
we take out the
It
mic?
is not clear.
Now you speak.
Is it better now?
Yeah, I think it's better.
Correct. So I think lesser the additions, it becomes much easier. All right. So I sang this song and I would like to sing it now for you. Govind bolo, Gopal bolo, Govind bolo, Gopal bolo, Ram Ram bolo, Yesu naam bolo. Govind bolo, Gopal bolo, Ram Ram bolo, Yesu naam bolo. Allah Malik Isa Nanak, Allah Malik Isa Nanak, Zoroaster Mahavir Buddhinam. Govind bolo, Govind bolo, Ram Ram bolo, Yesu naam bolo. ये नाम सारे है जीवन सहारे, ये नाम सारे है जीवन सहारे, परमात्मा के ये खोलते हैं द्वारे, जो नाम चाहो वो नाम बोलो, प्रेम से बोलो, प्रेम से बोलो, गोविंद बोलो, गोपाल बोलो, राम राम बोलो, यीशु नाम बोलो, Allahu Akbar Allah, Ram 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 Ram, Ram 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 Ram, Ram Ram Ram.
Don't be louder.
It was very, very divine. And when I received her blessings, I felt on top of the world. I promised her that I would come to the ashram sometime and perform and be there at the satsang with everybody. But the next time I had the occasion to come to the satsang was immediately after her leaving the mortal body. But the experience was still better when I went to the ashram and sat and sang. On that day, the moment I entered the place and I sat there where I was supposed to sit and sing, I could feel her complete divine presence in that place. I just surrendered to her, and what I sang, I sang. What Sri Ram, Ramji just told was only her gift. Sometime back when she was singing the rhyme hymn, Miss Deepa, I think, yeah? She was singing the hymn. She spoke about the grace. Finally, it is the grace of the divine, the grace of the Guru that makes all the difference. My humble namana to Sister Manize. I was introduced to her as Sister Manize. I would like to correct myself, Ma Manize, and ask her to conduct this satsang in a with a very humble note. I would like to ask her to conduct this satsang for me. The thing is, over here, the Guru is the person who leads you through life. We have different gurus all through our life, and starting first with our parents. My humble namana first to my parents, who gave me this gift of understanding that I have this music in me. And then to all the gurus who have been in my life, both in my spiritual journey and in my musical journey. Yes, Madhupasana is such a beautiful journey. Throughout life, I have traveled with Nada. Now, today, before I get into music, and let's go into through another voyage also, as an experiential voyage, it's not intend to make it a speaking session. It has to be something more. No matter how many words we speak about any subject, it just is not enough. So there is more to learn, there is more to study, there is so much. It's a huge subject. But today, just a little glimpse in my little way. Now, first of all, if you come to see, the first sound that came into this world was the Om. It's called the monotone. This was the sound which was heard in this world first. It is called the Pranavanada. It consists of A, U, and the silence after that. A for creation, U for maintenance, and for destruction, and then back to silence. We all agree, I'm sure we'll all agree, that we come from silence and we go back to silence in this world. In the interim, we interact with the different sounds of this world.
One sec, it's not
Isn't it? So when that happens,
It's not good. Tell them 1 minute.
one moment, please.
No.
Is it clear now? Can you hear better? I can't know.
Yes, it's much better.
Yes.
We can hear you.
Thank you. Too much of noise.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
Is it better? Thank you so much. I'm so sorry for this. All right. Yeah. So, A, U, and is what this monotone consists of. This was the first tone with which we started the entire universe. The entire universe was having only this sound. After that, slowly man identified different tones, the diatone, the tritone, and so on. And then finally, the 7 tones were found. And that came to be known as Saptaswaras in Carnatic, in the Indian classical music, or Sama Saptak, as it came out from the Sama Veda, and also the Do Re Mi that we hear in Western music. Apa Magare Sa. You must have heard. Do a deer, a female deer, ray a drop of golden sun, me a name. Yes, the same seven swaras, the same seven notes are used for all the melody of this world. I was speaking about the Pranavanada. The Pranavanada, or the Om as it is known, consists of three sounds, A, U, and and the silence after that. You will all agree that we come from silence and we go back to that silence. In the interim, there is so much of noise, so much of sound, all the sounds of the universe. We interact with the sounds of the universe. With all our five senses, we interact with the different sounds. And the most melodious sound, the melodious sound which harmonizes the entire atmosphere, which creates harmony and peace, those sounds form part of nada. The other sounds are shabda or noise, or you have spota or explosions. These are all different other noises and sounds that are part of the entire sound system that consists in this, that is there in this universe. Today we're going to just get into the glimpse of what nada is. And nada is, there are two types of nada, you can say. One is the natural sounds that we hear in this world around us, the beautiful sounds which is in harmony with the existence. And that is the sound of the waves, the sound of the birds, the chirping of the birds. We love to hear the cuckoo singing. We love to hear the nightingale singing. There are so many beautiful sounds of the birds. Similarly, the waves lashing on the shore, the different other sounds of the water, the breeze, the tender breeze. All these different sounds are called anahatanada, and ahatanada is man-made sound, man-made music. That is the vocal music that you hear, the Bollywood, the classical, the folk. You can hear, we hear those, those people, the boatmen singing, "O Majire." He goes on singing in total bliss, totally one with the entire universe. In those days, we've heard about the great saint Kabir Das. He used to go singing along the road, you know, the Fakir Kabir Das, and he used to Bandhure. He used to go like that, and so many beautiful facets of life, so many beautiful meaning from life is what he brought to this world through his music. Most of the music saints, as you have seen, wherever you see them, like Tulsidas or Meera, you can say Saint Tyagaraja, they all went towards the Lord through what? They all went to the Lord through their music and nothing but their music. Meera is famous because her bhajans, her lovely soul singing is what took her to the Lord, But along with her, every day to day, when we listen to a Meera bhajan, we also get transported the same way. You listen to a Kabir, for anything, all the words that he spoke, the meaning of the import of his poems and his songs are still alive today. How many centuries ago all these saints were there? But still, what is alive today? Their music. What is the role of music? You might ask, why is music required at all in this world?
Is it required? Of course it is required, because somewhere down the line, the spice and the nutrition of life comes through with music. However disturbed you might be, how many ever problems you might be facing in life, man is always after sukha pravriti and dukkha nivriti. And he wants to liberate himself and become a jivan mukta. Sukha pravriti is to increase the happiness that you have in your life. And dukkha nivriti is to get rid of all your sorrows. And these sorrows are all because we think we are this body. I am aham akara, which is what is the ego, ahamkara. So when we are part of this ego, we consider ourselves limited to this body, and we want to get liberated and go back to that source from where we came. Go back to the silence from where we came. Go away from the sounds of this universe, which is disturbing you. You want to go back to that silence and be with yourself. The happiest, if you go to see when you are most happy, it is always when you are quietly going to sleep, just about drifting to sleep, or when you're listening to some good music, which is in harmony with the entire existence. Which is the reason why music is such a powerful medium. And this powerful medium is what we find in this universe to be connecting to our own soul. Music is the spice of life. Music is the nutrition of life. And music is the setu, or the bridge, which connects us to the inner guru, which is rampant in us, waiting to the inner guru who is there in us, who is waiting to be completely come. And it's like the guru within us is always waiting for us and saying, come my child, I'm always with you, don't worry, I'm there with you. When you want to connect instantly to that inner guru, the best mode or the best way to do that is music. So what happens when we sing, when suddenly, just for an example, if I must say, you are busy with some work, suddenly something is disturbing you a lot, there is a lot of problem and stuff like that. Suddenly you catch a beautiful rhythm coming, or a beautiful music, flute music, which is playing somewhere in the background. For that one moment, you get completely transported to something else. You just forget what you're thinking about and you go behind that particular sound, isn't it? The gopis were known to give up all their work and sit in front of Krishna when he used to play the flute, with their mouths open and their eyes closed, totally blissfully unaware of all the things that was happening around them, isn't it? Why? Music has that power. It is what this music is, the thing which God has given for us to be the reliever and help us connect with our inner self every time we get clustered with the outside world. That it is not possible for us to disconnect from the outside world. All the time we are connecting through our five senses. The entire world is getting connected. But seldom do we look within. And that is where music plays a wonderful role. So today, what we'll do is, we will experience a little bit of music. The best part of the thing is, among all the aspects of music that are there, all the 64, there are 64 fine arts that are there. And out of these 64 vidyas, music takes the topmost, in the sense it's the king of all vidyas, especially this human voice. After that, you have all the instruments and stuff like that. And then you have different other things like sculpture, dance, and so on. There is no dance without music, but music alone is very close to the soul, because all you require is a little vocal cord, that also, which is placed inside you. And that is the reason you don't require anything else. It is closest to your breath. We come with our breath we go back with our breath. Once you take in a breath and you leave out your breath. So just like that, music also is very, very close to our soul. So each time we connect with ourselves with music, we automatically go to a world of happiness and harmony and peace. We are all looking for health, good health, happiness, and peace, isn't it? Yes. Now, we saw how music helps to go towards peace, towards our inner self. I will just give you a little glimpse on how music can help better your health. Yes, all of us are either mentally sick or physically sick in some way or the other. We have some fallacies. We may be getting angry, or we might get tired so soon, or we might have some psychosomatic ailments, so many things. All of us, each one of us has something or the other. So how do we better this with music? Yes, it is very much possible to become very, very healthy with good music. How? There are 7 energy centers in our body. We know that many of you might be aware that we have 72,000 energy centers in our entire body. Now, of these energy centers, there are 7 main energy centers, which are starting from many of you might be aware, the Mooladhara at the base of the spine, a little above that, the Swadhisthana chakra, then a little above that, near the solar plexus, we have the Manipuraka chakra, and near the heart region, you have the Anahata chakra. A little above, at the base of the throat, you have the Vishuddhi chakra. And little above that, the Agnya chakra, the Bindu Visarga at the back, and then the Sahasrara on the top. Now, all these main energy centers, when they are balanced, okay, you are in good health. A person who sings regularly, a person usually would have seen that the longevity of a musician is very long. People live till 92 and 100. People who are long, it is very well known fact that, you know, people who are musicians, who are with music throughout they have a long life. This is only because they are continuously activating all their energy centers every single day with their music, with their singing. And it has been proved by science and by many great Vagaikaras that there are different ragas which activate different chakras. There are certain music, if you play certain music, it will activate certain ragas, activate certain chakras. Now, I'm not going into all of that. It's a very vast subject. But just for the information of a person, just generally to tell you, basically there is Nabhi Hrit Kantarasana. Nabhi Hrit Kantarasana. And what is that? Right? The music starts from the brain. It goes right down to the Nabhi. From the Nabhi. Nabhi means the umbilical, what do you call that?
The navel.
Navel, yes. The navel. From the navel, it starts. From the navel and goes towards the heart, from the heart to the kantha, that is the neck, and then from the kantha, it comes out as beautiful sound. So this Nabhi Hrit Kantarasana is the beauty, is the flavor of music. So as you start singing and activate each and every chakra of yours, automatically your awareness levels and your health becomes much better because all your chakras are in balance. If you have to be able to sing in tune, as they say, if you have to become Surila, as they say, if you have to enjoy that sur, all your chakras necessarily have to be balanced, and they get automatically balanced, which is the reason why music is started at a very young age. Especially you will see that in many families, they start sending the children for learning music at the age of 4 and 5. And slowly but surely, the child learns, identify, and listen to his own voice. Today, now, I think I have spoken enough about music. There's so much more to do, so much more to talk on music. Yes. But somewhere down the line, don't you think we need to experience something more beautiful? So today I'm going to take you through an experience. I finished the talking before so that we can experience this so-called whatever I've been saying, connecting to the Guru or the Gurutva which is there within us, and actually identifying ourselves with our own music. First is I'm going to sing a song, and I want all of you to sit straight, close your eyes, and be completely with that song. Don't go to analyze anything. Don't go to think about what raga is it, and what is the sur, where is the tal, etc., etc. Just don't get into all of that. Just listen to it like sound. Just be completely with that. And then after that, I will sing a line and you will follow. This is the best time for you because nobody is going to hear your voice except yourself. Do not unmute yourself because then it will not be nada anymore. It will be noise. So don't unmute yourself. What we'll do is, and don't analyze what you're singing. Just follow and sing loudly. Be with yourself and sing loudly. This will be to listen to your own voice. Yes, many of us listen to our own voice. When do we do that? When we are singing happily in the bathroom, when we are taking a bath. That time, why do you sing? We sing because we are extremely happy over there. When you are in total tune with the universe, when you're totally happy, at that time music comes by itself. Yes, because music is the sound of the soul. Music comes from the soul. It connects you directly. Ramji was telling a few minutes ago. A direct connectivity with the soul happens. So you sing loudly in the bathroom. You don't care whether it's a torture for others or not. But nevertheless, you enjoy it, isn't it? Finally, we must enjoy our life. And for that reason, we need to listen to our own voice also, apart from singing or listening to somebody else's voice. Somebody else's voice you might get lost, you might forget a little bit. But when you're listening to your own voice, you're actually in total enjoyment with yourself and the world. So now we will go on to the experiential part of this, after which I will take you into a little meditative state and we'll finish with the meditation. After that, we will have whatever questions or answers that I need to give, or the interaction session that we need to do. So I want all of you to get ready. Sit straight, close your eyes. Guru Brahma Rupa Guru Brahma Rupa Jano. Please sit straight. Keep your right hand on top of your left hand. Keep your back erect. Close your eyes. Think of this. The divine light in your heart and your Guru within you, the Satguru within you, who is always with you. Guru Brahma Roop Jano, Shiv ka Swaroop Mano. Guru Brahma Roop Jano, Shiv ka Swaroop Mano. Guru ke saman nahi, दूसरा जहान में. Guru Brahma Roop Jano, Shiv ka Swaroop Mano. यह श्रुति वेद कहता, गुरु बिना ज्ञान कैसा. यह श्रुति वेद कहता,
गुरु बिना ज्ञान कैसा, ज्ञान बिना मुक्ति कैसी, आवे तेरे ध्यान में। ज्ञान बिना मुक्ति कैसी, आवे तेरे ध्यान में। गुरु ब्रह्म रूप जानो, शिव का स्वरूप मानो। छल कपट त्याग दीजिए, गुरु जी की सेवा कीजिए। छल कपट त्याग दीजिए, गुरु जी की सेवा कीजिए। सतगुरु के शरण लेके खेलिए मैदान में। गुरु ब्रह्म रूप जानो, शिव का स्वरूप मानो। पाप से बचावे गुरु, ज्ञान को सिखावे गुरु। पाप से बचावे गुरु, ज्ञान को सिखावे गुरु। ब्रह्म से मिलावे गुरु, तुरीय पद ज्ञान में। ब्रह्म से मिलावे गुरु, तुरीय पद ज्ञान में। गुरु ब्रह्म रूप जानो, शिव का स्वरूप मानो। गुरु के समान नाही, दूसरा जहान में। गुरु ब्रह्म रूप जानो, शिव का स्वरूप मानो। शिव का स्वरूप मानो, शिव का स्वरूप मानो। ब्रह्मानन्दं स्वामी नामम्, नेत्रानन्दं स्वामी रूपम्, नित्यानन्दं स्वामी गीतम्, हृदयानन्दं स्वामी ध्यानम्, आत्मानन्दं स्वामी बोधम्, आनन्दं परमानन्दम्, आनन्दं परमानन्दम्। स्वामी सेवनमानन्दम्, स्वामी सेवनमानन्दम्। 7:20 स्वामी सेवनमानन्दम्, स्वामी सेवनमानन्दम्। Now say, Om Gurunatha Jaya Gurunatha, Om Gurunatha Jaya Gurunatha, Om Gurunatha Jaya Gurunatha. Come on. Om Gurunatha Jaya Gurunatha, Om Gurunatha Jaya Gurunatha, Jaya Gurunatha, Om Gurunatha Jaya Gurunatha, Om Guru Natha Chinmaya Rupa Sadguru Natha Chinmaya Rupa Sadguru Natha Om Guru Natha Jaya Guru Natha. Very good. Om Guru Natha Jaya Guru Natha Om Guru Natha Jaya Guru Natha Om Guru Om Guru Natha Jaya Guru Natha Om Guru Natha Jaya Guru Natha Om Guru Natha Jaya Guru Natha Om Guru Natha Jaya Guru Natha. Swami Sivanamaanandam Swami Sivanamaanandam. Sit straight, keep your back erect, keep your eyes closed. Slowly become aware of your entire being from head to toe. Become aware of the divine energy from the ankles towards your feet. Your calves, your knees, your legs, your thighs. Become aware of the energy completely enveloping both your thighs, your legs. And slowly moving upward, your stomach region, your hips, your heart, your chest, your lungs, your neck. Feel this wonderful energy moving in and enveloping your entire face, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your cheeks, your chin. Feel the entire head region also completely getting eased because of this wonderful energy which is filling your entire being now. Become aware of your heart and your breath. Become aware of the inhaling and the exhaling of your breath. And slowly bring your attention to your heart region and look at the brilliance in the center of your heart. Become aware of the brilliance at the center of your heart. Be with this wonderful experience for a while. The silence and the brilliance. Become aware of the deep silence that you're experiencing now. Be with it for a while.
Within just a short while from now, you will be ready to come out of this brilliant state of total silence, of total peace and harmony within you and around you. Look at yourself sitting in this position, happy, healthy, and completely peaceful. And pray that these moments stay with you forever, forever. Look at all your friends and relatives, your colleagues, your children, your grandchildren, your parents, your siblings. Look at all of them, happy, healthy, and completely peaceful. Pray that their lives are also as peaceful as yours is just now. Look at the entire world as a Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Totally healthy, completely happy, absolutely peaceful, dancing and singing in joy, celebrating life. Like a huge family, bonded with love. And pray that this happens in this world, bereft of disease, chaos. Pray that this world is the most happy, beautiful place to be. And this happens in this world. And they are also as peaceful as you are right now. Once again now, bring your awareness back to yourself. Look at yourself now. Extremely happy and peaceful. Totally at bliss with the entire world. Totally with your true nature. Totally being yourself. Pray that these moments stay with you forever, forever. Connect to this silence for a few moments more. Gently take 2-3 deep breaths. Bend your head down, open and close your eyes, open and close your eyes, and rub your palms. And apply this energy all over you. Your face, your neck, your head, your arms, your trunk region, your legs, and your back. Open and close your eyes and look at everybody who are in this journey with you. Thank them for being in this journey with you. And pray that their lives are full of joy, happiness, and their lives are also a celebration as yours is just now. Your eyes, Gurudev. I thank. How do you feel now? I would like your experience. I would also like any questions that you would like to ask. Anything on music, which is possible for me to answer now, I will. If you need any other explanation anywhere, anytime, you can contact me. We can always have a discussion. And it is indeed a great pleasure for me to connect back with Sister Manise and the Ashram of Ancient Wisdom. Thank you so much, Sajni. Thank you, Ramji, for inviting me here.
Thank you. Anyone has any questions? You can either raise your hand or put them on the chat.
Yeah, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Chinmay, first of all, that was beautiful. So many useful tips on, so many useful things you told us about the greatness of music. And I have a question. What sort of music can you listen to both increase your awareness as well as connect to the divine? Like, what would be the best type of music?
There are many, many types of music for this, actually. See, connect to the divine, you can even connect to one sound. There are so many kinds of bijaksharas that we are having. So different types of bijaksharas also will increase the awareness levels and the pragya levels in the body and the mind. But if towards, completely being in silence and bliss with yourself, okay, when for such things you need to listen to very soothing, you can have, there are so many kinds of flute music, okay, there are so many kinds of flute music is next to vocal music actually. Vocal music, any kind of classical ragas, it will depend on the type of raga that you choose to listen to. So you can sit and listen to that raga. Like if you say, suppose for example, you want to become, you are a little disturbed and you want to get totally calm, you can listen to something called a Bhairav or an Ananda Bhairav. In Hindustani music, you can listen to something, a rag called Bhairav, which will completely cool down. In Maya Malavagala, the equivalent in Carnatic music. Or you can also listen to an Ananda Bhairavi or a Sindhu Bhairavi and rags like that, which will help to calm the nerves to a great extent. A huge subject. So there are different other ragas also, which will make, suppose you're very dull and you want to have a Veera Rasa, you want to have something active to happen. You don't have to listen, it's not required to listen to agitated music for that. You can listen to something beautiful like a Hamsadvani or a Shankaravarana or, different ragas which are there. There are raga theory is a huge subject by itself. We can speak on another day. But if that has answered your question, you can listen to bijaksharas also to completely put you in a better awareness levels. Thank you.
There's another question.
Yes.
Using music for meditation, as we now practiced, should we listen to instrumental or om chanting or vocal music that we just heard?
Okay. See, there's a question, the question which is put to me now is, should we listen to instrumental or omkara, or should we listen to vocal music like what we did just now?
For meditation.
For meditation. For meditation, the best, because Pranavanada, the omkara is the best music that is possible. It is the source. It is closest to the source from which we come. So, listening to the Omkara and meditating, or even chanting the Omkara and meditating, is something which is the maximum. It gives the maximum connect with the source, which is the reason why we're all aiming to connect back to the source. So since that is our journey and we want to meditate and be with our inner Guru, the best music will be Omkara. But you may not be able to sit with an Omkara and be totally with that all the time. So for different flavors, the mind needs different other flavors, you see. So you cannot, every day if you're just going to make rasam sadam the whole day and eat only that, you get bored. Mind has to have something innovative, something interesting. So you can have a mix match of all the different things to make yourself happy, joyous, and in a meditative state all the while. Yes. Any other questions?
Thank you. Any more questions? People have really enjoyed it. If you look at the chat, most people have enjoyed it. Any more questions? Okay. We've already had a meditation. As there are no more questions, I request Dr. Sana to propose a vote of thanks. Dr. Sana?
Yeah.
Yes.
Am I audible now?
Okay.
Okay. Namaste, Ma Chinmayi. Namaste. Today, I need to profoundly pay pranam to both the Mas. Ma Manize, who conducted the whole proceedings today. What an excellent way of invoking the presence of Ma Manize. Wonderful. And then all your words and songs were like sur for us. So melodious. In fact, not only it is sur, but also the way we speak becomes melodious. That's where we get connected to people. And for me, I have a fascination for words. If you spare few minutes for me, I would like to just briefly. Sur for me is soul's unconditional run. What is that soul's unconditional run? It is nothing but love, which is getting manifested in the form of a song.
Absolutely.
And what is very important in a song is the melody. It could be natural nada or man-made nada. Thanks to this COVID-19, we had this beautiful opportunity to listen to natural sounds, natural nada. So there are so many blessings happen even in a difficult situation.
Yes.
You have created that kind of awareness today for us. It was a profound spiritual treat for us. And also you rendered to Madam Manize when you met her a multi-religious, interreligious song which mentions Ram, Ishwar, Allah, my God. This is what is needed. When you have so much of discrimination, this kind of a connectivity, not only with inner guru, but also with others. These songs would help us. And also, as you said, only when there is a silence, there is a meaning for the sound. And then you also mentioned it's a spice of life. Music is a spice of life, and it connects to inner guru. No, I'm trying to summarize because we'd like to do what is called anusthana of what all you have said. That is internalize, so that we keep on practicing and gain anubhuti. We don't want to leave this program just like that. We want to take away certain beautiful theoretical and experiential practices as anubhava, and that we need to internalize. And once we do, we become eligible for anugraha, divine's grace. It's a wonderful, you gave us this beautiful opportunity. Within few minutes, you have enchanted our hearts, and also I feel so blissful and then connected not only to all the satsangis and to the inner guru and the guru wherever he is or she is. So wonderful. Thank you once again, Ma Chinmayi, for this great presentation. And of course, words will not be able to explain the profoundness of your presentation. Again, thank you very much. May God bless your venture. You should be able to go around, give this kind of a beautiful understanding of Sur, which is nothing but a flow from the soul, and that connects not only inner guru, but also people. Thank you very much. God bless.